a very successful jaguar hunt yesterday, and we are very happy to say that the weather's holding and we haven't had much rain, a little bit of a breeze. We have to head back up the gravel road with the dodgy wooden bridges.
128 of them.
Because it hasn't rained, we'll be able to do the bypasses, we hope. So yeah, everything keeps going right. What did you think of your Porto Joffre experience, sweetie?
I think it's really worth the visit. It's worth every little bit of corrugated road and bridge. The jaguars and the wolves, yeah, they're beautiful creatures. I'm quite surprised that they are so tolerant of all the boats and people. We are really like paparazzi following them the whole time. So yeah, it was truly a great experience.
So if you're in the neighborhood, just do it. And so we say goodbye to Northern Pantanal. It was great visiting you. Bye bye. Hopefully we'll be back for some more later in the year. Corinne still wants to do the Southern Anteater Road.
I just don't want to corrugate for a few days.
You must love the corrugations.
I don't like the corrugation.
It's been shake, rattle, roll. Shake,
There
rattle,
must be
roll.
something wrong with you if you like corrugated roads.
I can even sleep on a corrugated road.
Inside of you.
But now we're going to head a little bit north and then we're going to get east. Look for some pools to swim in, some rivers and waterfalls before we hit the beach of Bahia.
But first we're going to hit a pool somewhere.
Yes, priority today, a pool, and maybe get some TLC arranged for Tabatini, our tough little guy. We're giving the tough little guy, Tabatini, some preventative maintenance. After all the hard roads we've done, she's in for some shocks, checking the bushes, the leaf springs, and just making sure everything's hunky-dory. Because we want to take care of her. There's a lot of hard roads ahead and it's better to do it now. You can see she's done quite a bit of miles, so it's better to do it now. So we're here in a workshop. They've actually locked us in overnight, but they've locked us in over lunch, not overnight. And currently they're looking and checking for parts, and I've had a look. There's a few things that I would like them to replace as well. So once they come back, I would like to show it to them, and let's make sure we can hit the road nicely. So this morning it is Project Cool Down. We've noticed that it's very hot in the car without insulation and without air conditioning, and because we're sitting on the engine, it makes it a tad hotter. So we've bought some insulation material that we're going to stick behind and under the seats and maybe even under the floorboards to keep the engine heat from the car and maybe even reduce the cabin noise. Yeah, it makes a big difference if you sit on your engine, and especially if it's slightly hot like we've been experiencing in Brazil. So Corinne is frantically measuring and sticking and using her needlework skills and working with material skills. It's not the easiest shapes to work with. Everything has got a bend and a curve to it.
Looks okay. The what you call this? The
Insulation material.
insulation material is actually quite easy to work with. I think we bought the thinner one, so it's not as daunting as what I thought. It's just all these little things that you have to consider. Where's my
little bit wet on the road today. We're slowly making our way west towards the coast, and it's our first day of traveling. And yeah, the weather said it's going to be a bit of rain, but this is a little bit more than a bit of rain. Makes the driving slow and a bit tense. Lots of cars on the road, very noisy. Yeah, people tend to stop and wait, but it doesn't seem to gonna stop for a while, so we are just taking it slow and easy. Corinne is fully focused, driving safely. Yeah.
It's a long queue of cars. We're doing what, 50? So everybody's cautious.
Yeah. Which I think is best in this weather condition.
Yeah. And we're gonna stop at the nearest garage. So yeah.
Yeah.
35 kilometers.
We're going to check if there's a petrol station where we can get out undercover and maybe wait an hour. My weather said it's going to stop raining in 8 minutes, and that was about 15 minutes ago.
Pattern making skills. Coffee.
It's very early in the morning, but we've learned it's easier to do any physical work very early. We're in the town of Persepolis, and project Keeping Tavatini, the tough little guy, cool, is continuing. So this morning we are putting a layer of insulation in the cabin floor. Corinne is cutting, measuring and sticking. And hopefully that'll reduce the heat in the front, and maybe a little bit of the cabin noise will be gone.
That would be great.
Yeah. So let the work continue. So if you are enjoying this video, please remember, hit that like button, smash the subscribe and the bell icon to get notified of all our future adventures.
So it sticks quite easy and it works well. It's not difficult to handle. You must just, there's just a lot of contours, especially in the front, so it's easier to do it with smaller pieces and then just stick it together. Yeah, but hopefully it will be cooler and a little less noisy in the car.
You have to keep improving your home, make it more comfortable. We want it cool in the heat and hot in the cold. We are slowly cruising through the little town of Persepolis, a quaint historical little town with all these funny characters sitting over. Distinctive style, I think it's from the colonial times when the Portuguese were still in charge. All the houses are framed wood with multicolored, a little bit like the Boerkaap in Cape Town. It looks like they're really trying to maintain the original look. Very chilled, a bit of a sleepy, relaxed vibe. So our journey east and north continued. We were still getting to the heat and the rain in Brazil, a big change from Argentina. But first we wanted to pop in Brasilia with its weird and wonderful buildings before we headed to Bahia in the north and the beaches for our friend's birthday. But that's a story for another time, so please remember to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you won't miss out on future adventures.
thank you for our Patreons for making these videos possible.